Our mission statement is really just to provide America's nationwide network of SBDCs. We want to provide you guys with as many resources and opportunities for training as possible. Again, we're going to go over some of those things. And of course, we've always needed this type of support. Outside support is always helpful to help kind of back you up from whatever problem it is you're facing and get some, asking for help, which entrepreneurs have a hard time doing a lot. So that's what we're here to do, is to help you. And of course, COVID has made things especially hard for small businesses. So we're here for that too. I won't go through all these numbers here. This is just the impact that we've had. This was last done in 2019. But the one that I like to focus on here, if you look on the left side of your screen where it says every federal dollar, it's got a little dollar graphic. So for every federal dollar that is spent via the SBDC, we're getting back $2.01 of federal revenue, $2.88 of state revenue, and $47.98 in new capital to small businesses. So it's an ATM. It's an awesome thing to see government working. Lots of times it seems like government is not working well. There's plenty of inefficiencies for sure, but that right there, that stat is something I'm really proud of, to be a part of the organization where we're putting a federal dollar in and we're getting those kind of results back. I'll let you look at the screen a little bit longer here, but another one that I like to highlight is the women, minorities, and veterans that we specifically help. You can see it's 46% of who we service are women, 37% minorities, and 7% are veterans. So making sure that we're getting those resources distributed to groups that have traditionally gone overlooked. So some stuff that's really awesome about the ASBDC, and you can also, there's SBDC impact.org. It's another website. It's a good website that shows what it is our impact has been over time. So our offerings, we have 4 main offerings. The first one are training classes. So this is kind of considered a training class, even though it's really more of a presentation, educational overview. But we have training classes on all types of topics, things like how to write a business plan, how to understand your financials, social media marketing, the list goes on. I'm going to show you how to access those trainings later. We also have online resources. So this is static resources that you can access at any time. The training classes are live, like how we're doing right now. Online resources, or you can access it whenever, I know that everyone's got a busy schedule, so you can access it at 11 p.m. or whenever it is you're able to kind of take some time to educate yourself and improve your knowledge on something, stuff like hiring and managing, business planning, accounting, online marketing, and a whole lot more. Then we also have referrals, of course, to resource partners. So we know everybody who you need to know. If you're looking for someone to help you with marketing, or you need help with building a new website, or maybe you need assistance with accounting, we can't tell you specifically who to use, but we will point you in the right direction. We obviously don't want to funnel business anywhere, but we do have connections, obviously, throughout the state and throughout your communities. And so we can kind of get you pointed in the right direction when you're looking for more specific help. And then lastly, I think the most important thing and impactful thing that we offer is our business consultation services. So this is the one-on-one relationship that you have with myself or another consultant in the TSBDC, where we're working with you hand in hand to make sure that whatever it is you're encountering, you're getting that personalized help. So what I'm going to go over today is all very general, and there's also a lot that we offer. And so I've noticed, being a newcomer to the TSBDC, that I think that sometimes our marketing message gets lost on the fact that we help everybody, which is kind of the opposite of how really you should operate a business. A business should have more specific customers. However, we we're here to provide resources to as many people as possible. So that's why those one-on-one consultations are so good, because that allows us to then learn more about what it is you're facing and then help you overcome those obstacles specific to your situation. So I think there's some of the topics that we have as far as training goes, and of course that we're also able to consult with you on. This is a short list. So there's again, I always tell people, just if you're having an issue, if you're finding yourself stuck or frustrated with something, don't wonder whether or not we can help you. Just know that we can. Just talk to us and then we'll get things going. But business plans, growth plans, marketing, if you're looking to buy or sell a business, maybe human resource management, you scale to the point where you need to start worrying about human resources more than you have been. Financial analysis, if you're looking to work with the government, you want to look into how can you go about securing and positioning yourself to get government contracts. Business research, which I'll dive into more of that a little bit later. Research to help you make solid decisions based on data rather than your intuition. There's all these things that we have, again, trainings for, live trainings for, virtual ones like this, hopefully very soon, more in-person stuff again. And then of course, we know these topics as well as far as our consultation services go to help you with these things. So hopefully you can see this. I really need to change the slide because I always have to give this disclaimer. Hopefully you can see this. But I like to give a few examples. So as far as, if you're looking to start a business or you've already started a business, but you know that you need to kind of get some organization to what you've got going on, we can help you with writing or revising your business plan. We use a really cool program called Live Plan. So if you're a client of ours, you can use Live Plan. We'll use Live Plan together with you to write your business plan. It makes writing a business plan so much better. And I cannot tell you how important it is to have a business plan, to have solid financial forecasting. So that way you know what it is you're getting yourself into, how it is you're going to grow your business. And then of course, if the numbers aren't working, it's just a hobby. So there's no point in starting a business or running a business where you're just stressing yourself out, losing money all the time. Let's talk together. Let's work on your business plan and your financials. The data searches that we can help you with are amazing. When I first came to the TSBDC, I couldn't believe the data that we had access to. It's fantastic. So if you're looking for, let's say, you're a craft brewery and you're looking for all the beer distributors that are in your state, your county, your city, we can get you them. We can get you their contact information. We can, maybe your target market are households with 3 to 5 kids, and you want to know how many of those households exist in your target market. We can help you find that. Maybe your target customers are females, so age 30 to 45, and you want to know how many of those individuals live within driving distance of your business. Again, we're not going to find everything exactly right, but we're going to be able to give you some really good data to get a really good idea of these things. So maybe you need a list of all the new homeowners in your area. Lots of those lists are available, but you have to pay for them. If you're a client of ours, we can get you stuff like this for free. So really the data stuff is really great and really useful. And then as well as when you're writing your business plan, if you're trying to get a loan, you need to be able to substantiate all of your gut feelings that you might have had up until then. You need to substantiate them to do with research. And of course, the research may turn up something different than what you're thinking. And so that's what we can help you with that, put that data in your business plan and really give you a lot better opportunity to perhaps secure a loan. If you're looking for standards in your industry, to know how you measure up, really good information to have. We can help you access that as well. We have, some of you may have already heard about this, but there's a CARES grant program, part of the CARES grant program, the CARES Act rather, which paid for me to be here. Also, some of that money is set aside to help businesses with marketing, finance, and bookkeeping costs. So there's some qualification that you need to go through with us, but once you become a client of ours, we can work with you on that and see whether or not we might be able to cover some of your marketing, finance, or bookkeeping costs that you have. We have local vendors in the area that we've already vetted that are part of the program. So this is free money. There is some qualification that has to go through there, that you have to go through there, but we've not had to turn away many people. And so definitely would recommend, if nothing else, get in contact with me about that so we can see whether or not we can help you in that regards. And then I won't go through really the rest of the stuff, but I mean, you can see here, there is a lot. I like to try to give some specific examples, but again, just kind of coming back to that thing, if you're having a problem, you're having an issue, and you're wondering who can help you, we can. So I'd like to take a moment to see if there's any brave souls out there who will take themselves off mute and tell me a little bit about an issue you're facing, so I can provide a little bit of contextual information about how we can help you. So anybody want to take themselves off mute and tell me what's been the thorn in your side?
Hi, Danny. I'm Christine Cole. I am new to Marin County. My spouse and I just moved here from San Diego recently. So
Welcome.
Thank you. We're very excited to be here and get plugged into the community. And I would say my issue really stems in, I have a lot of experience in the nonprofit sector, in marketing, tech, anything and everything within that zone. But I have really never worked for myself and started a business. So I'm in startup phase and kind of decision paralysis.
Yes. Well, I understand how that can be. So, yeah, I mean, a business plan is really where we start with people. There's also a tool that I like to use called a business canvas. There's a couple different canvases out there. You might have heard or seen some of them. There's a company called Co-Starters out of Chattanooga. They're similar to the TSBDC in the fact that they're an entrepreneur support organization, an ESO. However, they're a for-profit. That said, I've got licensed with to facilitate their programs. And they have a canvas that I use as part of basically just my normal routine. Before I know that writing a business plan is daunting, and it can be difficult to look at a blank page or to take a template and try to morph it to work for yours, for your business. And so this canvas is a really great, I would say, like 1 hour exercise that I do with all my clients. It's kind of like a primer for this type of thing, for writing your business plan. It goes through all the different sections that you would write your business plan for. However, it's going to be a sorry, I made a call for it. Put my phone in do not disturb. That said, you're going to be able to go through the different sections at a very high level overview. Super helpful. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to if you would like to sign up as a client, or talk with you more about that. It's a really good tool, and it makes writing a business plan a lot easier. And again, Live Plan makes writing a business plan easier too. So I think the system that we got is pretty good to help with take a lot of the anxiety and analysis paralysis out of that.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for typing up. Anybody else? I'll do a countdown.
Yes, Steve Porter here at Asgard.
Hey, Doc.
All right. Hey, listen, we're trying to do some expansion, quite a bit of expansion plans here. And I'm looking for investors. Do you guys offer a short list of qualified investors or access to that angel investor network or anything in the greater Nashville, Columbia area?
Yeah, so we don't have a specific list per se. However, whenever you're working with any TSBDC representative like myself, we're able to put out the word on things like that to our network, which then is kind of gets people in touch with the various individuals that you might be looking for. So my first suggestion would just be to make sure that, and I think you probably already have this, but just having well put together business plan, that business plan, and shopping that around to the people who would be the right fit for you. So to answer your question, not a specific one list, but we can find those people who you probably are looking for.
Okay, sounds great.
Cool. Anybody else? All right, cool. We'll move on. Thanks to everybody for who chimed in. All right, so how to get training. So we have slides for this, but I don't ever like to show the slides because I can just show you a whole lot easier. So if you go to the TSBDC website, this is what you will see, www.tsbdc.org. And then you would just go here to this little green button where it says search for training. Click on that. And some of you actually may have found this way, or actually, no, I apologize. This was through the Murray Alliance. But this is how our system, our training's found. So you just come here, there's a little green box here. It says local training by TSBDC Center, or you can use your zip code, or you can just look, kind of peruse through. But we do the local training. And then you can pick the closest center to you. If you don't really know these cities where they're at, then you can just use the zip code option. But of course, I know that we are Murfreesboro. That's where our center is based out of. Find local training. And then here's what's coming up in March. So right now, we've only got this on the schedule. I know we've got some other stuff coming up. I can go ahead and want to open that. Let's see what's maybe with Tennessee Tech. What's Tennessee Tech have going on? All right, only one thing too. All right, so anyways, but yeah, there's usually a handful here, but this is how you would register for some of this online training. Come here, click on it, you can read a little bit about it, and then of course, there's no cost. You just register online right here. So that's how you can access our trainings. Again, that's like this training that you're in right now, and that's, you can see what other topics that we have available that we'll be doing live, where you can interact with us and ask us questions as you're going through that. So pretty straightforward. And then there's also there's an example of a longer list. And then there's the on-demand information. So just to kind of go back to about to where we were. So again, back to our homepage, www.tsbdc.org. If you are looking for the on-demand training, you just go, whoops, to the same green button, search for training, and then click on this blue screen, on-demand training. So this platform that was built out is a little dated as far as I think it uses some not so current browser technology. However, there are PDFs and slideshows for all of the content that you can just download, which I always recommend to people. So you can see the different topics we've got here: hiring and managing, business planning, financing, accounting, legal structures, marketing. So let's just say I'm like, one of our top things is marketing. People, have struggled with that. So I can come here to the marketing section. And then I always just tell people just come down here and do the PDF or the PowerPoint. You can download that. And you'll see just this, it's kind of like a white paper, but I think it's a little more robust than that. What is marketing? Target marketing. It explains kind of the ways that you segment markets. Different experts have commented and given some advice and some instruction and things like that. It's really good content, really solid stuff. So anyways, that's to give you an example of the static content that we offer that you can just access whenever you'd like. All of that is from that green button that showed you at the beginning from our home website. Search for training. All right, now the online resources. Okay, yeah, so I didn't show you this section too, but there's even more specific stuff. There's like a veterans guide. So if you're a veteran and you're looking to get something more specific to how you can go about starting your business, there's commercial lending there too. So there's all types of topics in there. Just if you search in there, you'll see all that's available. Really helpful, really good stuff. And again, if this seems a little overwhelming as well, again, the one-on-one consultation is why I'm such a fan of that. We can talk and I can be like, all right, well, it sounds like this might be the best thing for you. So I know it's in there. I can point you in the right direction and get you that stuff rather than you having to figure out what it is you need to know. And then the one-on-one consultations, which I've been talking about so much here. So just a quick clarification here. There is a difference between clients and customers. So customers would be someone who went and downloaded that static information like I showed you, or you attended one of these live trainings. However, clients are people who've entered into a formal agreement with us. And all that agreement is really, it mostly covers you in terms of making sure that that we're keeping everything that we discussed with you confidential. The fact that even a client would be confidential. And then the covers us in terms of making sure you understand that we don't do legal or tax advice. We point you in the direction of attorneys and or CPAs for that, as well as we don't make business decisions for you, nor can we write your plan for you. And those are just some of the things that we kind of clarify there. So that way, once we're in that client consultant relationship, we're able to know the boundaries of things and what we can and can't do. But again, it's all mostly legalese. I haven't run into anyone who's butted up against any of the rules there. So that's just the difference that we like to clarify there. So I'm just going to show you how to request consultation. Pretty straightforward. So once again, here right on our website, just go to request free advising. And then it would be virtual advising. So you can click on that, just takes you down here. And then you would just choose your county here. The way that our system works is it's going to put you, based on your county, it's going to put you, associate you with the correct lead center that covers your county. Now, I have a lot of people who I might have met at Williamson County or sometimes, or around Franklin and Nashville and whatnot, who may want to work with our office simply because maybe our office has more availability, or they've met me and they're already comfortable or something like that. If that's the case, you can just choose Murray County, which would get you associated with us. Or you can get any other TSBDC representative who can help you in the same way that I can. So we're all on the same team. We don't hit our feelings hurt if you decide to go with a different county. So in my case, of course, I would pick Murray. And I'll show you later the map that we have that divides up the counties. Press continue. Use add your email address here, and then that's pretty much it. It'll get asked a few questions about your business. We like to capture kind of where you're at when you start with us. So that way we can measure our impact. So that way later on when you either start your business, or we've helped you start your business, or we've helped you retain jobs, or we've helped you secure a loan or secure financing. We can obviously we have to show that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and that helps us do that. So that's why that whole system there exists, to help us account for how we're spending taxpayer money. So yeah, so that is yeah, sorry, I already showed you this live. Like I said, I don't like to do the slides. So funding structure and costs, we'll pick up here. So the program is funded through a combination of federal, state, and local dollars. So federal and state cover the majority of it. And then there's always a local stakeholder that then kind of picks up a small amount to have the office located in their locale. So for us, it's the Jones College of Business. They're at MTSU. And so that's why our lead center is based out of MTSU. MTSU then administers that money, the state and federal money. So I'm technically an employee of MTSU. That's who pays me. But that's how that arrangement works there. So currently, like I mentioned, it's the I always need to read this. Currently, the TSBDC at MTSU's core operations, so not the CARES grant, right? This is our core operations. So we have 2 grants going on right now, are supported solely by a federal grant via the SBA and the National State Funds from our host institution, that needs to be changed. It's the Jones College of Business now. And yeah, that's how we get paid. And that's how it's free for y'all. This is kind of like the only way you pay us, I guess, if you will, is the federal grant and metrics that we need to report on. You'll just get 3 different pieces of paper from us every so often. This one's called the Economic Impact Survey, or VOI. And this, you can see it right here. It's a very simple form, 1 page. And this helps us not only track what it is that we've helped you with doing, but it also gives you an opportunity to add some comments, because we're always trying to look to improve the way that we provide our services. So that helps us. That helps justify our existence. And then we have 1 customer service survey as well, and then 1 economic survey 2 years after the business starts to follow up with you to see how things are going. So that's it. It's a very low requirements on the side of our clients. So here's a few myths that we like to cover. And I'll just go ahead and jump into those just to provide some clarification. The S in the acronym TSBDC can be misleading. We do work with companies of all size. However, small business obviously is a target, because there are a greater number of small businesses. So that's who we're trying to reach. When a company exceeds the SBA standard size for categorization as a small business, we are still able to provide the standard consultation options that we were providing to you when you were smaller. You're not going to be punished and cut off from help just because you grew. That's the goal. However, when a company does exceed that threshold, there are certain things that aren't available to them, certain options that are only available to small businesses. But yeah, so that's one thing that we like to address, so we can still help you even if you grow larger. Also, we don't just help people in the beginning, the new venture myth, if you will. We help through all phases of the business cycle. So, of course, at the very beginning, helping you sustain your operations as you're going through things, optimizing, growing, retrenchment, and then turnaround, renewal, and or if you're looking to buy a business or sell a business, or if you're looking to have someone succeed you in your business, we can help you with succession as well. So it's not just us helping you out at the beginning. We help you throughout the whole entire process, as long as you're wanting to stay engaged. Merger and acquisitions, we also help with that, as well as the buy and selling of the business, in addition to franchising. So if you're looking to buy a franchise, same stuff still applies. We can still help you. Obviously, it's a little bit different because the corporate entity is going to have maybe some rules or things that they may care about that we don't know about. So, but we're still, all those services that I mentioned earlier are still available to you despite that. Private citizen myth. Okay, so this one we talk about because we can also help chambers of commerce, economic development units, organizations. We can help you guys with research, packaging, project management. This was an example. Bringing fiber to there was a municipality up in East Tennessee that one of the TSBDC consultants up there helped their local chamber of commerce and local city council to bring fiber internet to the locale. So we can help with infrastructure projects, site preparation and things like that. Really cool opportunities for us to work together. So it's not just small businesses, private citizens, but we also do work with state, county, and municipalities. something just to keep in mind in case you guys weren't aware of that, Murray Alliance. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we can't consult on law or tax. We also aren't lenders, so we can help point you in the right direction on loans, but we're not going to be the person who tells you what the best loan for you is. And we also can't work with people who are disbarred from using federal programs. I haven't ran into anybody who has met that qualification yet, so hopefully I won't. And then nonprofit organizations. We can't work with nonprofit organizations, unfortunately. That said, like the exception I just mentioned earlier, the 501c6 chambers, economic development units, can work with y'all. So that would be the only exception on that. Here's the map that I was talking to y'all about earlier. So you can see here we have the dark blue is us, is MTSU. And you can see here it covers Murray County, Rutherford, and then 12 other counties. So we have 14 counties in our purview. It's a lot of counties. It's a lot of space, though. It's these obviously a little bit more rural areas. That's why we have so many. But you can see here we border with the Williamson and Davidson Center as well in Nashville. So this is kind of how it gets cut up. Some people wonder, should I consult with where my business is located or where I live? Obviously, that's your prerogative. I typically recommend that's where your business is at, because that's where we're going to have the more local knowledge and local information and contacts and whatnot to share with you. So you can see the little red dot there in Murray. There's no name on it yet because I'm just working from home. But hopefully in the future, we can have a satellite office out here in Murray County to continue to provide the TSBD services to this locale. And this is our contact information. I'll give you guys a second to kind of write some of this stuff down. So the center that I work with, MTSU, there are 2 consultants currently. We're about to hire a 3rd. We did have 3 consultants. One moved to a different part of the organization or a different position in the organization. So we'll be replacing her very soon, which will be great because we have been completely underwater since getting back this year. So excited to get another consultant in here, hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so. But there's our contact info if you need to get in touch with us. That's how you can find us. And then this is my director here, Chris Swanner. He's the man in charge and doing a great job. He's rebuilt the TSBDC in Murfreesboro from the ground up. And then he focuses on Rutherford, Cannon, Coffee, Marshall, Bedford, Lincoln, and more. Whereas I focus on Murray, Perry, Hickman, Lewis, Blaine, and Giles. And I also have Mr. Thomas Tatum here as well, in case you're up in the Spring Hill area, who works with the Williamson County team. There are other members up there too. I didn't have enough room to put their whole team up there, but Mr. Thomas Tate can help you there as well if you're in the Williamson side of Spring Hill.